In this video, I'm going to show you a new scripted action that can help you configure an entire WVD environment completely automatically with an Azure Runbook, a template of which we provided with Nerdio Manager starting with version 2.10. Let's start out by going to scripted actions and going to Azure Runbooks. And we are looking for a scripted action called initial WVD setup deployment. It is synced with the Nerdio Manager GitHub repository. If we open it up, we can see what this scripted action can do. So this is a template that lets you configure an entire WVD environment, including a WVD workspace, a desktop image, dynamic host pool with autoscale, and perform user assignment all automatically with just a few variable definitions. Now, in order to use this script, it requires you to enable the Nerdio Manager for WVD API, which, as a reminder, is done on the integrations page. Right here, you need to turn it on, obtain the information from the credentials box. Once you enable it, it will generate a secret for you. Refer back to our videos on enabling API. Once the API is enabled, you will need to clone this scripted action by just selecting clone right here. Once it's cloned, you're going to provide some of these required variables. These are all from your API enabling box, which is available here. You provide your subscription ID and the resource group name that you want to use. You select the VNet that you want to use, the subnet, and the region. And then you have several additional variables that you can customize, but certain assumptions have been made. So once you define the API information up here, your subscription resource group, and network information, you can leave all of these as default and just run this Azure Runbook, and it is going to configure everything for you. So what will this do? This will actually build out a workspace. It will build out a new Nerdio desktop image. It will create a host pool using that image. It will enable auto scaling. It will assign users based on your selection. So for instance, here you can list user UPNs under these additional variables. Let's see, where are we? Right here, you can list your users just by listing their UPNs right here. And then once you've defined these variables and run it, it will set up a new WVD environment for you. Now, why is this useful? This is really an example of how you can leverage the power of Nerdio Manager APIs to build out a WVD environment in a fully scripted and automated way. So once you've done this once with this simple template deployment, you can copy this and customize it any way you need to. And everything you can do, pretty much everything you can do from the UI in the Nerdio Manager can be accomplished automatically with using this runbook as an example. So let's go ahead and save this as a copy. So you see here we have a copy. And then if we go and say run now, we'll select our Azure subscription, click OK, go get a cup of coffee, and come back in 20 to 30 minutes. And we'll have our entire WVD environment built out with desktop images, session hosts, user assignments, workspaces, and we are ready to literally log in and start using the environment without much manual work at all. This runbook is also available in the Nerdio GitHub repository, which is really where it's synced from. So you can visit this repository directly and take a look at how this works and customize it, make a copy, customize it for yourself, and be ready to deploy WVD very quickly with just a few minutes of variable definition, and then allowing this to do all of the work for you through automation. Hope you found this useful, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos.